Today I'm going to flip this trailer for $2,600 that I bought for $1,000 off of Marketplace and turn it into this. The first thing I did was pick up some lumber for the trailer while I still had the old deck on it, and then I immediately started ripping up the old deck, which came up really easy because it was in terrible shape.
Guess we'll never die up there with all those ever shining stars.
The next thing I did was repack all the axles. So luckily for me, the insides of these axles looked really good. So I just pulled everything out and greased it up really good and put them back on. And this is pretty simple. Anybody could do it.
I just rebuilt this one in less than 15 minutes.
Next, I took the angle grinder to any bolts or anything that didn't come up with the deck. So that way, when I hit it with my wire brush, I'd have a nice flat surface. When I bought this trailer, my intention was just to keep it to haul my lawnmower back and forth to my mom's house to cut her grass. So I didn't have any intention of selling it. So I ended up spending a lot of time on this trailer, making sure everything was going to last a long time. So the guy that ended up buying it ended up getting a really good deal. Next, I ended up taking the axles off just to make sure that I hit everything really good with the wire brush. And then I painted those. And then we also hit everything on the trailer with Rust-Oleum rust neutralizer. So any rust that didn't come off with the wire brush hopefully would be neutralized by this paint. And then I also hit the tires, or the wheels rather, with the wire brush and painted them, so they ended up coming out like new when I was done with them. So then the last thing to do was just to put the new deck on there. So I cut all the boards to size. It was a 7x14 trailer, so they didn't have any 14-foot boards. I had to buy 16 and cut them down. And that was the last thing I did before I used it for the rest of the season. So I used it until about October, and then I listed it for sale on Marketplace for $3,000. I figured I'd list it for more than it was worth, and then we can negotiate down to a price that I was actually happy with. And then I ended up taking $250 of that money and buying a used 60-gallon air compressor off of Marketplace because the Bronco lives with me now. So I'm interested in learning how to do some auto body paint work, but there's been a lot of new parts put into the Bronco, a lot more that need to come. So follow along with an update video as well as just to keep up with the build.